At the beginning of the story, everything seems normal, but beneath the calm surface, something terrifying is about to unfold. From the depths of the ocean, mysterious alien organisms arrive on Earth. These creatures are small, worm-like parasites, but their true horror lies in their purpose. They are designed to invade human bodies, take control of their brains, and turn humans into deadly predators. One night, an ordinary man is sleeping peacefully in his room. Without warning, one of these parasites sneaks inside through his ear. He feels a slight discomfort but ignores it and falls back asleep. By the time morning comes, it's already too late. The parasite has taken over his brain. Elsewhere, we are introduced to a high school student named Shinichi Izumi. He is a kind, innocent boy living a simple life with his parents. One night, while listening to music in his room with headphones on, another parasite attempts to enter his body through his ear. But something unexpected happens. Because of his headphones, the parasite cannot enter. Instead, it searches for another way. It crawls toward his nose, causing an itching sensation. Shinichi wakes up, confused, thinking it's just a bug. He tries to grab it, but in that moment, everything changes. The parasite quickly slices into his right hand and enters his body through it. Shinichi screams in panic, calling his mother and shouting that something is wrong with his hand. But when she checks, everything appears completely normal. At least, on the outside. The next morning, Shinichi starts noticing strange sensations in his hand. It feels alive, almost like it has a mind of its own. At the same time, the man who was infected earlier reveals the horrifying truth about these parasites. Standing in front of his wife, his face suddenly splits open into a monstrous form, and he devours her mercilessly. This is not an infection. This is a complete takeover. Back at school, Shinichi begins to notice unusual changes in himself. His right hand suddenly has incredible strength and reflexes. When he tries to harm it out of fear, the hand defends itself. That's when the truth is revealed. The parasite inside him has failed to reach his brain. Instead, it has taken over only his right hand. The creature introduces itself as Migi, which literally means right hand. Unlike other parasites, Migi is rational and calm. It explains that since it couldn't take control of Shinichi's brain, it has no choice but to coexist with him. It makes a simple request. Do not try to remove me, and I will not harm you. Reluctantly, Shinichi agrees. Over time, an unusual relationship begins to form between the two. Migi is incredibly intelligent and curious. It reads books, uses Shinichi's computer, and studies human behavior with great interest. It doesn't feel emotions like humans do. It sees everything logically. Meanwhile, across the city, other parasites are slaughtering humans to survive. News spreads about mysterious killings, but no one understands what is really happening. One day, Migi senses other parasites nearby and forces Shinichi to follow. They arrive at a horrifying scene, a group of parasites feeding on human flesh inside a building. Mistaking Shinichi for one of them, the parasites approach him. But when they realize he is still human, they attack without hesitation. A brutal fight begins. Migi transforms into a deadly weapon, defending Shinichi with incredible speed and precision. Together, they manage to escape, but the encounter leaves Shinichi shaken. He begins to question everything. Why are you killing humans? He asks Migi. Migi responds coldly. Humans eat animals and plants to survive. For us, humans are food. This answer disturbs Shinichi deeply. At school, things take another strange turn. Migi senses a parasite nearby, and it turns out to be his teacher. But unlike others, she claims she doesn't want to harm humans. Instead, she wants to understand them. She introduces Shinichi to two more parasites, one posing as a police officer and another as a normal civilian. They claim they want to live peacefully, blending into society while continuing to feed in secret. However, their peaceful words don't last long. Soon after, the police officer attacks Shinichi, revealing their true nature. A violent battle follows, and Shinichi is forced to fight for his life. With Migi's help, he manages to kill the parasite. But victory comes at a cost. The parasite leaves its dying host and finds a new one, Shinichi's mother. When Shinichi returns home, he senses something is wrong. His mother behaves strangely, and suddenly, her face transforms into a terrifying parasite. She attacks him without hesitation. Shinichi is unable to fight back. He hesitates, unable to accept that his mother is gone. The parasite takes advantage of this and fatally wounds him. Just as he is about to die, Migi makes a desperate decision. It sacrifices part of itself, merging its cells with Shinichi's body to save his life. Shinichi survives, but he is no longer fully human. After this incident, something inside him changes. He becomes stronger, faster, and more emotionless. His grief turns into determination. He vows to eliminate every parasite. As time passes, Shinichi becomes a skilled fighter. He tracks down parasites and destroys them one by one. Meanwhile, a new threat emerges. A student at his school who is secretly a parasite. Unlike others, this one is reckless and violent. Eventually, his identity is exposed, and chaos erupts. The parasite goes on a killing spree, targeting students and teachers alike. Shinichi confronts him in a dramatic battle, risking his life to protect his friends. With Migi's help, he finally defeats him. But this is only the beginning. Behind the scenes, parasites are organizing. Some have taken positions of power, including a mayor who openly defends their existence. He claims that humans are the real monsters, destroying the planet without reason. As tensions rise, the government begins to take action. They discover the existence of parasites and launch a secret operation to eliminate them. They even release a dangerous criminal who has the ability to detect parasites. Shinichi is brought before him, but surprisingly, the criminal declares him human. For now. Soon after, Shinichi faces his most terrifying enemy yet, a creature formed by multiple parasites combining into one body. This being is nearly unstoppable. A massive battle takes place, pushing Shinichi and Migi to their limits. At the same time, Shinichi's former teacher, now a parasite, begins to change. After giving birth to a human baby, she starts developing real emotions. For the first time, a parasite understands love. In a tragic moment, she sacrifices herself to protect her child, entrusting the baby to Shinichi before dying. This moment deeply affects him. It reminds him of his mother, and brings back the humanity he thought he had lost. In the final act, Shinichi faces the ultimate parasite in a deadly showdown. During the fight, Migi sacrifices itself to save him, disappearing from his body. Shinichi is left alone, but in the end, he finds the strength to continue. In a surprising twist, Migi briefly returns, helping Shinichi one last time before finally disappearing forever. Time passes. The world slowly returns to normal. The parasite threat fades away, and life begins to heal. Shinichi, now stronger and wiser, continues living his life. He protects those he loves and carries the memories of everything he has lost. But the story leaves us with a haunting question. Are parasites really the monsters? Or are humans the true predators of this world?